Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with my week 2 team builder analysis for the Bronx Beartics for the GBA. This week we're playing Aaron Cybertron Zhang, coach of the Melbourne Rotoms. Now I really do respect Aaron as a VGC commentator and battler. I think he's fantastic. I love his commentary and I feel like this transition into singles, it's going to take him a little bit. I don't think it'll take him that long at all. I think it'll be like Wolf, where at first it starts off a little bit bumpy and then he just gets so much better as it keeps going. But that's how I feel like it's going to be for Aaron. I actually hope to do collabs with him after this at any given point. But yeah, I'll be playing him this week. For those of you that are newer, don't worry. By the time this team builder goes up, I have already played him. But yeah, just letting you guys know, this team builder should be up Saturday. The battle should be up Sunday. And I should be playing him in about an hour or two. But anyway, so my team is really offensive, and his team is a rain team. So if you guys don't know about rain offense, rain is super solid, especially versus mine, where I have like 2 resistances being my Whimsicott and my Gyarados. Now, he has a really threatening team. He has Pelipper as a great rain setter, Mimikyu, which is pretty much a like a 1 free card, I want to say. Like, basically, if I set up or something, he has Disguise, which I have to bust to, which I actually have some tech for, as you guys will see. But also, like, you could have a red card, you can set up Trick Room. Porygon could be threatening if it's Specs or Agility. Even Scarf could be annoying. Heliolisk abuses the rain well. Ludicolo, Mega Swampert, and Kingdra are great rain abusers, as well as Sliggoo with the Hydration. And then he has Hitmontop and Kartana. Kartana is a great Z-Mon. Same thing with Raichu. Raichu and Kartana are actually a Z Pokemon. Though I'm leaning more towards that he'll bring Kartana versus me. I think it's a lot better versus my team. Outspeeds the majority of my setup Mons. So my game plan going into this, I actually built this team myself. My game plan going into this is use Accelgor to maybe net a kill or 2, depending, because if he doesn't actually expect the HP Electric, I can knock out Pelipper turn 1. But I do have Bug Buzz, Energy Ball, Hidden Power Electric, and Spikes. A Modest Nature, which allows me to knock out Pelipper in 1 HP Electric. Bug Buzz pretty much 2 KOs his entire team. Energy Ball deals with the Swampert. The only mons in his team that actually take Bug Buzz and Energy Ball are Hitmontop and then Mimikyu. Besides that, it pretty much 2 KOs everything. I guess Sliggoo as well, but I don't expect Hitmontop or Sliggoo to come. Mimikyu definitely, though. I think Mimikyu is very important in this game as it does outspeed my Zygarde. So with Focus Sash on Burden, I actually have, as you can see, really low IVs. This ensures that whatever attack he hits me with will be bringing me down to my Focus Sash. And with Unburden, I actually outspeed his entire team. So I'm not quite sure if he'll expect that or know that. But ideally, I pick up an HP Electric KO on Pelipper turn 1, or I even get up a Spike in this game, which could be helping me out versus Kartana, versus Mimikyu or whatnot. For example, my Gyarados KOs Mimikyu at +1 with just 1 little Spike up. But the idea is use Accelgor to nab a KO early, maybe even get up a Spike if it's necessary. Like, for example, if I get the KO off on Pelipper and then he goes Swampert, I have the decision whether to go for a Spike or Energy Ball first. A Spike obviously ensures I'll be there for the entire game, whereas Energy Ball will get rid of Perp. So decisions, and we'll see based on how the game goes. Of course, I think I might Energy Ball first, just in case he has Power Up Punch or anything like that, or if he wants to Stealth Rock in the face of a Accelgor, I'll definitely punish him for that. Now, next up we have Whitley. Shout out to Lady Kubu, my Whimsicott coming off the bench now. This Whimsicott does outspeed his fastest Mon, which is Raichu, and basically after that I just went max HP. I have Sunny Day, Hidden Power Fire, Tailwind, and U-Turn. I think that Whimsicott's Prankster ability is very solid in this game, allows it to be a Weather War. U-Turn gives me some utility. I've actually been debating between a U-turn and a grass move. I actually asked Gator what he thought would be better, and I think he said U-turn. So yeah, I have a Yachi Berry. That way I guarantee you can get up a Tailwind and even a Sunny Day versus something like Life Orb Ludicolo, even an Ice Punch from Swampert if necessary. I'm faster than Kartana, which is why I have Hidden Power Fire. I don't need any special attack investment to knock out Kartana, and if it is in the rain, I can again just get up the Sun. And just having this Pokemon that is faster than Kartana, being able to deal with that, I think it will help me in the long run, as that Mon is a giant threat, and Swords Dance Kartana can definitely break through my team. So the idea of this Pokemon gives me a water resist. It actually takes Specs Hydro Pump into Hydro Pump in the Sun, because Sunny Day obviously is Prankster, so I'll be able to get that up. And again, if I do get rid of Pelipper, then it won't be a Weather War, it'll just be my weather. I was also debating between Heat Rock, but I think Yachi Berry is a little bit better, just allowing me to maybe even get off a Tailwind as well as a Sunny Day versus Pokemon like Ludicolo, maybe a Life Orb Kingdra like that, and that can actually help my Necrozma in the back, as you guys will see. So next up we do have Mega Gyarados. Now, that should be nicknamed Gator, sorry. Rest Talk Mega Gyarados, I think, is the best set I could bring to this game. With max HP and the Spadef investment, Kingdra's not 2-hit KOing me. I'm taking hits from Pelipper. I'm setting up on Pelipper. At +1, I guarantee knockout Mimikyu after a spike, and because I do have Mold Breaker that does go through the disguise, so I ignore the disguise completely and I can knock him out. Dragon Dance, Rest, Crunch, Sleep Talk. I can actually, in regular form, set up on a Ludicolo, as Ludicolo does not 2-hit KO me at all in regular form. It's a really low chance to 3-hit kill me as well. So the idea is set up. I'm faster than Raichu at +1, and at +3 I'm faster than his Rain Sweepers, obviously. But if Tailwind's up, then Tailwind +1 Dragon Dance, I'm faster than all his Rain Sweepers. Intimidate helps me check Pokemon like Swampert, obviously also being a ground immunity prior to Mega Evolving. And also in Mega form, I can take a hit from like Helix if I need to. I can take Volt Switch, I can even take a Thunder, depending on the set. Again, being able to set up on Pelipper, being able to set up on Kingdra. I think that this is one of my main ways of sweeping. I have two main ways I think of sweeping this in this game, and if Rest Talk Gyarados doesn't break through, there's the next Pokemon which we will be talking about that can put in work. But again, giving me a Water Resist, a secondary Water Resist, a ground immunity prior to Mega Evolving, and a Pokemon that can just set up on Mons like Swampert, Ludicolo, Kingdra, all of his Rain Sweepers. I think it makes Gyarados a really good bet. Obviously, I do have to mess around with Sleep Talk when I am asleep, and that could be bad depending on if Kartana is out or if Ludicolo and I've already Mega'd. That could be a little bit bad, or if Mimikyu is out. But that's a chance I'm willing to take because I think that this is just the best set I could bring versus him, especially because he has so many Pokemon that learn Scald. And yeah, I just want to be able to repeatedly take hits if possible and set up. The game plan is weaken Kartana a little bit with anything, really. Even knock it out. Half my mons can knock it out. And then maybe even set up with Gyarados or my Necrozma, as you guys will see. So I have Necrozma. Now, if you guys didn't know, Photon Geyser, much like Mold Breaker, busts right through disguise. It ignores my opponent's ability. So at +2, I actually knock out Mimikyu. This is regular form, this is not Z. So at +2, I knock out Mimikyu through disguise. So even if his disguise is still up, it does not matter. I ignore that. I go for Photon Geyser and it breaks through his disguise. So I thought that a mono attacking Necrozma would be best versus him, seeing as how he does not have a dark immunity. He does have a dark resistant Kartana, but he does not have a dark immunity. And under Sun, this Pokemon, it's like a super low chance to be 2-hit KO'd by Swampert's Earthquake, whereas Rain Waterfall never 2-hit KOs it. If I have Tailwind's up and I go for Calm Mind, I'm not 2-hit KO'd by Ludicolo, Kingdra, especially if I have the Sun up. And the idea is, at +2, I am faster than Adamant Swampert. There might be, if he has Jolly Swampert, I might need 2 Rock Polishes, and that's just something I have to risk, I think, because I do need the defense investment to be able to take a hit from Swampert if necessary. But I don't think I need any special attack investment at all. The defense and HP lets me take on Kartana better, lets me take on Mega Swampert. And again, if Tailwind is up, this can just come in, go for 2 Calm Minds, Rock Polish. And while that might not sound like, wow, how are you going to get all those free turns? Well, Mimikyu doesn't knock me out with the Shadow Claw anyway. It's like a 2. I don't think it's even Toy KO. I'm pretty sure it's, if he's Adamant, it can knock me out with 2 into Shadow Sneak. If he's Jolly, it doesn't. And I think you need to bring Jolly Mimikyu versus me just because I do have Zygarde and it does outspeed that. Morning Sun is my last move just because it gives me reliable recovery in the sun. If Sun is up, I recover so much with Morning Sun. But I'm Psyche-MZ because Psyche-MZ allows me to just nuke Kartana without any boost. Also at +1, +2, it can deal with Swampert, Pokemon like Kingdra, Pelipper, even if necessary. I'm basically going for Photon Geyser just itself versus Mimikyu, just to break through disguise. But this Pokemon does have a great chance of sweeping through him. And again, it does outspeed Adamant Swampert, max speed Adamant Swampert. I'm pretty sure if you bring Swampert, it will be Adamant. And I don't think he's even going to need max speed because he's going to be dealing with it with +2 in the rain. So he needs very little investment to outspeed my team. But if I'm in a position where I do need a second Rock Polish because I found out based on Calx he's Jolly Swampert, then I will go for a second Rock Polish. But 1 should be enough in theory. Now, next up we have Whitney the Miltank coming back. Now, I was actually debating between this set a lot. The first one I was thinking about was a Chople Berry defensive set with Sap Sipper. I think Sap Sipper is necessary because it does give me a grass immunity for Kartana, which can otherwise just click Leaf Blade versus my team. Even Pokemon like Whimsicott, while they do resist, they don't appreciate a boosted one, especially if it's like a Scarf Kartana. I was also debating, like I said, a Chople Berry defensive set with HP Fire. HP Fire does more than Fire Punch to Kartana. I was even thinking about Defense Curl on that just for the memes. But I ended up thinking or using Scarf Miltank. Now, The reason I have Scarf Miltank is because a Pokemon like Heliolisk or Raichu, where they're not as threatening immediately or initially, they still outspeed my entire team, and they still can threaten all my mons with 2-hit KOs. So Scarf Miltank outspeeds that, knocks him out with Earthquake, especially after a Spike. Fire Punch helps me check Kartana, can 2-hit KO Kartana. In the rain, it does like 30-something%, but it does enough to the point where a Whimsicott can KO it in the rain as well. 76 defense investment means that +2 Jolly, Life Orb, Mimikyu's Play Rough never ever knocks me out. And I do have Iron Head as well, which guaranteed 2-hit KOs. Mimikyu also gives me that flinch chance versus that. But Fire Punch, EQ, Return. Return is just my stab to be able to use versus Water Mons, assuming rain is not up. But basically, this is one of my checks to Kartana, and probably my initial switch-in, depending on what moves I've seen. But this will probably be my initial switch-in to the Kartana, just because I can Fire Punch it. He might also be fearing a Thunder Wave from Miltank as well. But I thought that Scarf Miltank would be really cool. Also helps me out if he has like a Scarf Porygon, which I do outspeed, and Return does 2-hit KO that. Because Scarf Porygon doesn't knock out Pokemon like a Necrozma, but it does a lot of damage to the point where, like, I'll get off a Photon Geyser, but after that I gotta revenge kill him with something like Miltank. Though under Tailwind, of course, that's not really a problem. But I did want a Scarf user, something that can check Kartana, that can come in on Leaf Blade spams, also takes a Sacred Sword if necessary, and can do some decent damage. And the Sun can almost knock it out with a Spike. I can knock it out. But yeah, that's just if it's Sun boosted. So last but not least, we have Zygarde. Now this week I'm actually bringing a special Zygarde. Core Enforcer guarantee knocks out Kingdra. Earth Power guarantee knocks out Kartana, which is way better than what 1,000 arrows would ever do. I need like plus 3,000 arrows to knock out Kartana. Also deals with Heliolisk as well as Raichu. Grass Knot guarantee knocks out Swampert. And then I have Dragon Dance as my last move. Now, big shout out to Envy, by the way, because I had Dragon Pulse originally, and he said, oh, wait, why don't you just use Core Enforcer? And that's actually a lot smarter because an HP invested Kingdra will go down to a Core Enforcer. And like I said, his Rain Abusers, I'm pretty sure he could bring a lot of HP on them just because they'll always be at +2 because of Rain. But yeah, Dragon Dance is just there just to boost my speed, but I'm assuming I'll be able to use this thing under Tailwind if possible. If not Necrozma. Like, these are my two main ways of sweeping. I think this can sit up on a lot, and Necrozma sets up and appreciates a Tailwind the best. Like, it can go for a late game sweep. Of course, it depends if it's Jolly or Adamant Swampert. Again, if it's Adamant, I am faster. If it's Jolly, I'm not. If it's Adamant, though, I only need one Rock Polish. I think that even if Swampert comes out versus me, no matter what, I'll always go for my Z move versus it. Because I can't risk it being Adamant and then me going for another Rock Polish and looking foolish because he got a heavy hit off on me, and that means Mimikyu can just knock me out after. But yeah, my Necrozma does outspeed that, and my Zygarde is another mon that can really abuse Tailwind. It's faster than Ludicolo as well as, well, it's faster than Jolly Swampert, which also means it's faster than Modest Ludicolo, as well as Timid Ludicolo. And 2-hit KOs with Core Enforcer guaranteed. Core Enforcer also has a pretty cool ability that cancels your ability, but you have to go second. And every mon that I'm going second versus, whether it be Pert, Ludicolo, or Kingdra, they're all going to knock me out with Ice Beam or Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse respectively, or Ice Punch or either. So, not as useful its ability in this, but just the fact that it breaks through everything can do a lot of work. But I'm really looking forward to my game versus Cybertron. I hope you guys are too. Go and subscribe to him for sure. Some of the best VGC content out on YouTube. Very analytical person, and I really enjoy his commentary. Of course, his link would be down below if you guys would like to check him out. And yeah, looking forward to this game. My team is a lot more offensive. I mean, it's what I drafted, so I have to use a little bit more offense in this. But I really do like the techs I have with Yachi Berry and Power Fire Tailwind. This can definitely have potential chance to sweep him. These two have chances to sweep him. And I think that Scarf Miltank really rounds it out and just gives me a Scarf for that. Also checks Kartana and can switch in on it. And at the same time checking Mimikyu. So hope you guys all enjoyed. Looking forward to the game. I will see you all later. Goodbye, my friends.